Three, two, one,
let's go! Come on, Jocelyn.
Let's go!
I'm the host of the Permian Basin Experience podcast, Troy Tittlemeyer, and I'm joined by none other than Skips, the man, the co-host.
Dude.
What's up, dude?
Crazy show today.
Dude, that was an awesome show, man. Reality.
Yeah.
On top of that, we have obviously someone much more prettier than
P-Dog. P-Dog. We've upgraded. We've upgraded the team.
We've upgraded the team.
Thank you.
What'd
Best
you
stills.
think? It was your first show. What was your first?
Okay, it was pretty cool. Watching my dad, my husband, and of course Skips. It was pretty fun. I usually just get the feedback when Troy gets home, and it's kind of just like, yeah, it was a great show, blah, blah. It was awesome.
Is that how I am?
Well, if you know Troy, you know how hyper and how much energy he has. So, yes, it was a great show, babe. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can imagine, right? But I never really actually, thought to, be here and experience. It was pretty cool. It's
something different,
something different, yeah.
You were blowing up the Instagrams.
Oh, yeah, I was on Instagram Live.
Yeah. You got a bunch of viewers or no?
I got about 1,000.
Okay, yeah, that's a decent amount.
I don't even have 1,000. No, I got 20 views or something like that.
That's plenty.
Yeah.
That's plenty.
It's way more than the 3 we typically get.
Right.
Which is
And I'm
Day
usually
and
one of
ourselves.
them.
Yeah, you, Day, and...
But yeah, some UTBB folks. Maybe Ronco. He chimes in every now and then. Dude, the show. All right, so tonight's show was the PapaJoe.
The PapaJoe.
24 years experience of drilling and helping operators drill vertical wells and horizontal wells, and a ton of unconventional. From 2010 to it sound about 2015, the crash. That was like 4 a month. 4 horizontals a month for almost 5 straight years.
7 days. 7 days they can spud the TD in 7 days. They're rig up to rig down. 7 days.
Wow.
Insane.
It's almost I can't even fathom that right now. It's so fast, and how much metal is moving, steel, and everything involved in that is insane to think about. But yeah, PapaJoe's show was great, man. And one, we got the fundamentals of drilling and the operations, right? We broke down.
Extremely educational, right? Because as geoscientists, we go to the rig, but at the end of the day, we're looking at things. We're like, oh, that kind of looks important, but we're really not sure at the end of the day. It's like we're going to go hang out with the mud loggers, we're going to catch cuttings, we're going to figure out what's actually happening here.
Yeah.
But
system looks good, guys.
Yeah, it's like it's running, right? But actually breaking it down and seeing the importance of every single component on the rig. Yeah. You know?
And I didn't know the teams are really close knit. Like I didn't know when we sign up for that drilling rig and that operation, that's when everybody comes together, and it's like it's almost a family, like PapaJoe says in the show. Like you learn to love these guys. I mean, you're in it.
Those other 4 or 5, depending on the size of that group that you're with.
Right.
You know?
Maybe
Yeah,
the
it's their family. They're together for
different.
14 days, and they're just 12-hour shifts together. They sleep not together, right? But they say in bunk beds and stuff. They
bring out the barbecue pit when you got a wireline run or something. You get a chill for a little bit.
Today. Yeah, we're out.
You get some Bud Lights. And so drilling down and going through that career and going through those step changes for his path in particular was really cool, man. And I'm always inspired by other people's mentors, I guess. And so I dove into that, and you could tell there was a lot of love and a lot of respect for the people that reached out and kind of just grabbed that hand and pulled them up. You know what I mean?
It's like you're working hard. You understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, man.
That sounded.
And he still has so much respect for those men.
Oh, you could tell. Yeah, you could feel it. It was an energy. And we talked about the differences of him at 24 and today's generation at 24. And it's crazy to think that Skips, that's you. He was speaking straight to your generation. And I thought the main point in all that was that you can't get away from just straight up hard work. You can't get away from the idea that whatever you do, you have to do it the best you can.
That's not something that's taught anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, back in the day, it was something that was expected of you.
Right.
Right. Now it's like, oh, well, I worked 7 days. Can I like go home one and then I can come back? Or, there's always trying to find a loophole. It's like, no, get your freaking ass to the rig. You signed up for this. Do your job.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right, dude. There's an interesting thing. He learned that idea by physically doing it and experiencing it and getting through it, and it's created one of the best drillers in our industry, right? 24 years of experience of just knowing every ins and outs.
Yeah, every piece of that rig, any rig that basically comes to location, just from Kelly to top drive, just breaking it down. And all the components that go along with it.
Yeah, how crazy it is to go lateral and try to keep that wellbore in zone when we have these cartoon drawings, because with the data that we're given, that's the best we can do. We build schematics of what we think the subsurface looks like and what that reservoir should look like as we go lateral.
We put these structure maps and maybe throw a seismic backdrop in there.
Absolutely,
and just
we try to use the attributes from that.
And just kind of drill through, but at the end of the day, is that really what's happening in reality?
Right.
On the rig?
Right. And if it's not, you got to be on top of that. You got to really understand. You got to be listening to the drill bit to get a better idea of what's going on in your reservoir. If you are a geoscientist and you're trying to drill these unconventional plays, the geosteering, mud logging, and geoscientists that put this plan together should be completely intertwined and in each other's ears and alive and listening to that reservoir as they're drilling through it. Because like PapaJoe said, the rock's talking to you.
Yeah.
The rock's talking to you.
Are you listening?
Man, so that was, I thought at the end of it all was just such a real show to me. It was just, I felt like I was out on the drilling rig floor with PapaJoe at some points in that show, and it just felt, it brought me back to what we do, dude. Like the physical job at the end of the day is putting a wellbore in the ground and trying to get hydrocarbon out of this thing to provide efficient energy to the world. And that process is very intense and very difficult. And you have someone like PapaJoe that's so dedicated to putting those logistics together and making sure that wellbore is going to be put away
as successfully,
safely, right? And then for us, we put those completions away and we bring that hydrocarbon back. And PapaJoe's on his next rig. We're still dealing with that.
We're trying to think of the best way to go about this well that we just drilled.
Yeah.
Or not because honestly, we did shit. Right. I mean, we literally sat there and did nothing. Right. And it's like, hey, go down a little bit further, or stay in zone. It's like we did nothing.
Stay in zone.
Stay in zone. It's like, no, it's
crazy, man. It's crazy.
That the work that goes behind, like, you got to go down. Right.
Yeah. No, it's hard to it's crazy to think about. The driller that we had on location on the wells that we got to drill, he was like, imagine putting your car in reverse, putting a blindfold on, and then hit the gas wide open and try to stay on the road. Like, that was his description of...
Wow, it's a pretty good description.
That's it, right?
It's like solid.
That's drilling a well. Get after it. Oh, by the way, you're in a mountain and there's curves.
Yeah. I hope you're trained.
It's incredible. You got to use all your senses. You got to use all your senses. So anyway, man.
And men don't have that many.
Hey, you're saying women need to get in the drilling world.
Oh, yeah.
I respect it, and I say absolutely.
You know how intense our sixth sense is.
Yeah, you got that extra sense.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an advocate for that. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. So yeah, the whole show, the conception of the show, the whole being of the show, I felt like was motivational in the sense that it put us all back. I felt like for a moment it put us all back in the industry, from service side of drilling wells to everything in between, to a geoscientist that's putting these ideas together. It felt like we were united when we were speaking on just how real and difficult the problem is of integrating all this stuff and putting a wellbore in the ground and getting hydrocarbon back, making more money than we spend, creating more energy for the world. Like, we're united, and it starts from the drill bit at the drilling at the KB to the geoscientist sitting in the room. I thought that the show really wrapped that up, man.
It was definitely probably one of the most memorable shows that we had.
For sure, for me.
My dad said to say his famous quote goes something like, "With money in your pocket, you can't celebrate birthdays, holidays, any of that important stuff." He's saying, so like they miss all these holidays, but they have money in the pocket, so they'll just come back and just celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, he's able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Christmas is on the 25th, but for PapaJoe, sometimes it's the 27th. Yeah. And for the whole family.
Of March.
Of March. Hey, I'm not going to make Christmas this year, but half Christmas is going to be.
And my dad
he
was gone like most of Christmas. Even he's always been gone for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I remember when we were younger, we'd go spend Christmas with him, but we'd be like at a hotel or something. And he'd be working but yeah, we've been on site with him just like when they're like drilling.
Yeah.
We're probably not supposed to, right? But we've seen it happen. And I mean, it's what I've seen my whole life. And
yeah, you grew up with it.
He kind of like.
Half the month he was gone. Every month.
Half the year, babe.
Half the year.
He works 14, and it's
yeah.
He inspired me to be. I mean, at first I started my degree as a petroleum geologist,
right?
Because I just wanted to be like my dad.
No, petroleum engineer.
Oh yeah, petroleum engineer. I'm sorry, I wanted to be like him.
Yeah.
But then engineering didn't really work out for me. I took a physical geology class, and it just changed my degree. And I went for petroleum geology, and here I am now, taking care of a baby, but with a degree.
Yeah, taking care of PapaJoe. Man, all right. I think that's it. I think that was the intro to PapaJoe's show. It's inspirational. It's motivational. It was very real, and I feel like it united the industry.
It definitely did. There might be PapaJoe 2.0. And without further ado,
let's see it. Let's hear it.
PapaJoe.